Hi all, Losdy, Punch Out TV. How are you all doing on this Thursday afternoon? I want to quickly talk about the card from yesterday. As I made a video yesterday about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder not fighting, and then it come out later on with the press conference for the card, what's happening tomorrow. Now you have to listen very carefully to what I'm trying to say to you, because some people are getting the wrong end of the stick. I didn't know about that card yesterday. If you listen to the video, what I made, I said if it goes ahead. And I was basically just talking on about Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua not fighting. But anyway, yesterday, later on, after I made that video, they come out with the card with all the fighters on. The press conference was in London, I think. Now, I don't want to go too much into that card because I want to talk about that. I want to do a live stream tomorrow talking about the fights. I'm going to go through the fights because the card's stacked. There's no two ways about it. The card is stacked. Yes, it is. Some very good fights on there. And I'm not crying about it. Yes, it's the best thing what's happened this year. But I stand by what I said yesterday. The main focus of the video yesterday was basically Wilder and Anthony Joshua aren't fighting. 7 years down the line, people still believe that this fight will happen. If it does, hey, I'm all for it. Don't get negative with me because I just say something. It's just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Just my opinion. But I'm going to play a clip. I'm going to put it in the video and listen very carefully to what Eddie Hearn's saying. I'm going to play a clip. It was taken yesterday after the press conference with Eddie Hearn and Boxing Social. You know, the rimming media. What rim the hell out of Eddie and rim the hell out of Fury. But anyway, it's Rob Tabbert from Boxing Media, Boxing Social, sorry. And listen, I'm going to play the clip. Listen very carefully to what Eddie Hearn's got to say. And I'll be back after the clip.
Before we talk politics, Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. Otto number 2 with the IBF, Southpaw Wilder.
I mean, there's a couple of reasons. You know, when we talked about potential opponents, you know, Otto Wallin was always on the list. He's just coming off a massive win in Russia against Gassiev. More importantly as well, he's IBF number 2. You know, you've got Filip Hrgović there at IBF number 1. He's also on the card. And if the belts become available early next year, then it would be number 1 against number 2. If AJ beats Wallin, he puts himself in line to fight Hrgović for the vacant title. Obviously, parts of these conversations was to lead to the Deontay Wilder fight, which is still an absolute priority for us as well, and that's one of the reasons we're taking this fight. So Otto Wallin is the guy that was put forward. It made sense for us. AJ said, yeah, 6 weeks, although it's 6 weeks, he's been training for a long time. He wanted to fight 3 times in 2023, which he's going to do, which is an incredible achievement in itself in this division. And he was ready to roll. He just said yes straight away.
How does that fight go? And I saw something online circulating that potentially there will be two fights with Deontay Wilder in 2024 in Riyadh. Are you along with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of conversations ongoing. You know, we're focused on the Otto Wallin fight. I've made no secret. We want to fight. AJ wants to fight Deontay Wilder. We'd agreed to that fight in January. Everything slowed down, but now we see a route and a gateway to make that fight in 2024. So we'll have to see how those conversations go. His Excellency has made it clear that that's a fight that they would like to discuss. So would we. We get this fight done. We secure victory on December 23rd, and we're happy to move forward for that fight.
So, there you have it. What Eddie Hearn is trying to say to you, or what I think Eddie Hearn is trying to say, Eddie Hearn is hoping that the IBF strip Alexander Usyk of the IBF belt if that fight with Fury is not made in February. How long do you think that the IBF are going to continue to allow not having a mandatory fight? Filip Hrgović is in line next. If Usyk pursues with fighting Fury and then it gets moved back again, and he doesn't make a move to fight Filip Hrgović, he's going to get stripped. That's what I think will happen. Eddie's basically just said on that interview, if the IBF belt comes fragmented in the early part of next year, they're going the IBF route because Otto Wylin is ranked number two. So if he beats Otto Wylin, then it ranks him number one to fight Filip Hrgović and then go for the IBF route, which I think that's what he'll do. Now, he said that Otto Wylin was always part of the plans. And then he goes on to say he was part of the plans to fight Deontay Wilder. Their talks what were still in negotiation. The Saudis have said that they want this fight to happen. Now, I can only speculate. This isn't fact. This is just me speculating what I think what will happen. Either, there's a couple of ways how you can look at it. Either they are going to fight Deontay Wilder later on down the line next year. Like I said, if they do, I'm all for it. But are they going to fight Otto Wylin and then early next year fight Deontay Wilder? Or are they going to fight Otto Wylin, or Wylin, whatever you want to call him, Otto Wylin, and then are they going to fight Filip Hrgović next as in the final eliminator for the IBF title? Does it become fragmented? Does it do the belts get split up? Does the belt get split up from Usyk if he doesn't fight? If he doesn't fight Filip Hrgović? I think he will do if Usyk doesn't fight Fury. If Usyk doesn't fight Fury, and say the fight's happening in February, which they say it is, if that fight doesn't happen in February and Fury puts it back, or it does say it gets moved back till June or something, if he doesn't fight Filip Hrgović soon, the IBF will strip him of that belt. And that's what I believe they want to do. They're looking at getting AJ that third world title. AJ said it in his interview yesterday, he wants to become a 3-time world champion. I just can't see them fighting Deontay Wilder. Where does Deontay Wilder fit into it? I mean, I don't know where he's ranked in the IBF. Is he even ranked by the IBF? I don't know. I should have really have done my own work. I should have looked into it. But where does going the, like Eddie just said, going the IBF route, where going that way does Deontay Wilder fit into it? Deontay Wilder's ranked highly in the WBC. He's number one by WBC. I don't even, like I say, I don't know if he's ranked in the top 10. How I see it going, I see that they're fighting Marlene, and then he'll fight Hrgović and possibly beat Hrgović. And then if Fury and Usyk do fight, then that makes him number one mandatory for the IBF. So either he'll face Fury or Fury will drop the belt, and then he'll get announced as champion. Or if Usyk goes on to fight Fury, but the fight gets put back and the IBF strip him, then there'll be an eliminator, final eliminator, or just say Hrgović and AJ will fight for a vacant IBF belt. I don't see no plans of where Deontay Wilder comes into this. I just don't. You can tell by Eddie's voice. You can just tell by his voice and by the way how he switches it. There isn't, to me, I feel there is no desire for this fight to be made next year. I don't see there being a desire to this fight to ever be made Now, some people might think I'm mad. I could be talking shit, but they dangle this carrot for you to believe that these fights are going to be made. So why was this fight not made? Why was it? If you can get these two on the same undercard, right? On the same bastard undercard, the same night, in the same room. Let's bear in mind, I don't think these two have been in each other's possession for well over since 2016, since I think when Deontay Wilder came over here and commentated on was it 2017? Can't remember now. It's that bloody long ago when he fought Klitschko. I don't think these two have been in each other's presence. Sorry, should I say? So to have them on the same night on the same bill, but they're not fighting each other. It's milking the system in my eyes. Yes, the card's a great card. I'm not disputing that. It's a great card. But I cannot see where Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua come into play. I just can't see. Because if AJ does become IBF champion, someone's ringing me buzzer, but I ain't answering. If he does become champion, Eddie's going to melt that system. He's going to melt that system. He'll avoid, in my eyes, he will avoid fighting Deontay Wilder. Because he's got a belt and they'll want to keep hold of that belt. That's just how I see it. Like I say, I could be wrong. It's just very confusing. It does, I don't know. I might look like I'm moaning now, but like I say, the card's great. It's a great card. It's got some good fights on there. I hope Daniel Dubois bounces that big fat bastard Dusty Miller out of that ring. I really do. That's a tough fight though, that. But I can't stand that Jarrell Miller, big fat Dusty Miller. I hope Daniel Dubois does a number on him. Frank Sanchez versus Ajay Caballero. No, he's fighting Junior Farr actually. Fucking hell. Last time I saw Junior Farr fight, he stunk the place out with that excessive holding when he fought Joseph Parker. That should be an easy night's work for Frank Sanchez. But like I said, I don't want to go in too much about it because I want to talk about them fights tomorrow. Let me know what you think. This video's not really come out how I wanted it to come out, but I hope you get the gist of what I'm talking about. I think Eddie's already laid it out on the line what he plans to do. And that's to fight Otto Wilding, then go and fight Filip Ergovic for the IBF number 2 and get a shot at either the winner of Fury and Usyk if they do fight, which I don't think they will, or if the IBF strip Usyk of the belt, if the fight gets put back between them and Tyson Fury. But anyway, on that note, a blessed day. I'll be back with a live stream tomorrow and I'm going to go through these fights, every single one of them. So it's a cracking card, don't get me wrong. Like I say, I'm not denying that, but it's just a shame that the main prize, or should I say, yeah, the main prize isn't what I want. Might be what you want, but it's not what I want. So peace out. I'll catch you soon.